P2s are usually pretty decent for us. I think all of this map really stemmed with the P3s, and I'll go into kind of what was occurring there. Did Miami surprise you guys, or did we make some crucial mistakes that made them look good at hardpoint? Kind of both. I think even the players talked about it when we were talking about the match afterwards, but Miami does play a little bit differently, like playstyle wise, than other teams, and this is the first time we even spawned in versus them, because we weren't able to play them the first week because they were Traix was out and traveling, and then once it was time to play them, we were basically 1 week out. So a lot of teams just don't play each other like 1 week out like that. But so that kind of caught us off a little off guard, but I think it was kind of mainly the thing we were focused on was this exposure, because that was something that was pretty strong for us in scrims, and we trolled a couple of these holds. Hey, it's Sabs. Appreciate the resub for 1 month. Thank you. Both P3s we get broken on here. So this is the first one. And whenever you're spawning in the back here, this is like the worst situation for anything. Hard as fuck to break the P3 from the back. Hard as fuck to rotate because they can cut off wherever. So you're kind of just in the absolute depths for the next 2 hills. And that's kind of what we got trapped in both P3s, because we were able to get perked. Or we were... What are you tweeting? Wait, Mace, did you not say that? No, it was a clickbait title, chat. But low-key, like, he kind of thinks it. Mason's playing bottom server. Kyler's playing out here. Unfortunately, while Brandon is holding this, he's like trying to also jiggle his middle. But low-key, Kyler already has that. So Brandon should probably just only be focusing this area. And he would have seen them cross. Because he doesn't see them cross, these guys just appear on Mason's screen. And I think Kyler also gets timing. Yeah, look. Kyler also thinks that this guy would already have been pushed up towards mid. Takes a glance at it. You'll see number 5 here. Takes a glance at it. Unfortunately, doesn't see him. Kills him from behind. And then they're already doubling server. And the last guy, obviously, blocking for us. Once the kills go down, Ant wants to reinforce the hill to help break this. And as soon as he's actually holding this, perfect timing for super. You'll see number 3. As soon as Ant gives this up, Metals is going to hit it. So timings wise, everything worked out for them too with that. So that's the first P3 break that fucked everything up, or fucked a lot of things up. This is kind of what I was talking about with the rotation. If you're trying to, so like, let's say, I mean, there's 3 different ways to get to the P4, right? The 2 outer routes or middle. Middle is going to be covered every single time because you're holding off hold. So they need to pick up left and they need to pick up right. And they somewhat do it, but Ant is able to actually get through here. He plays this really well. Number 2 can't see him. 5 sees number 1, but he's going to have a 1-on-1 on hill. And Ranker's just not going to be able to expect this. Unfortunately, though, we do die double middle. So they're able to just crunch Ant on time. Even though he's getting like kills like this, we're just going to be spawning out further than them. Brandon's going to use his streak. I don't think he ends up getting anything with this streak, unfortunately. It's hard because they can just get into hill. We can take space from it, though. So the good thing about streaking here is they can't play the back or anything outside of here. They have to be forced, like, basically inside the hill. Even if you go under ring, we kill you. If you go under any of these solar panels, you die as well. So you have to go in the hill. So it gives a space to break, but you kind of need to tack things out and actually have numbers for it to actually be useful. Should 5 hit the round the back? Where? Like here? Like after Kyler gets his kill? I don't really necessarily like, I mean, people are always like, get the spawns, bro. It's 33 seconds. I feel like you have a better chance of breaking onto the hill and forcing them to spawn the back and just trapping them back for P5. Getting spawns is something like you'd rather do early in the hill, but this is a situation or a hill where you can hold it from the front and get fucked if you're in the back. Like if you get the back, and let's say Kyler goes to the back here, and we lose the gunfights on time, now you're trapped and now you're getting double fucking fucked for the P5 and the P4. You know what I mean? So you have to be careful with what you do. Getting the back spawn will spawn them out P5. No, yeah, exactly. So you're giving them rotation to P5, but also getting fucked in the back by spawning in the back. They did a really good job here. So obviously with those kills, we're still spawning out solar. We don't get any kills, so they're just moving, rotating towards P5 this way. This is a good play by Metals. He pushes out this spawn, focuses anyone who's trying to wrap back and play for a side here, gets those kills. So we're just dying everywhere, either mid-map. He pushes out to get that way. Now they're playing a line. We're going to spawn deep here. You see a lot of teams play a line through this hill. When I talk about a line, I'm saying you're not playing one side specifically as you would in like a regular hardpoint. You're playing a vertical line, or I guess a horizontal line, depends on how you look at it. In the game, it's vertical, but on the mini map, it's horizontal. Play a horizontal line, block like the closer spawns, and they'll spawn in one of the deeper ones, but you're making sure that if they force the side, then obviously you'll spawn here and play for it. Or if they try and play middle, now you're on both sides and you can kind of sandwich them as they try and go like the wall runs. So you're forcing them to pick a side that they want to play, and you adjust to it, right? So you see this a lot with hills in the middle of the map. So like this map, or this hill, you'll see it sometimes. This hill, you'll see it sometimes. Occasionally you see it on the Colossus P3 if you're like at the boat, right? And you're trying to play for both sides and they spawn like, let's say P2, and either they hit around, hit through middle, or they play for their side. It's kind of like the most ideal if it's a middle of the map hard point like that. So they play this well. I liked how they were playing the P5s. They played the P5s really well. So they get the kill front side. They also get 2 kills middle. Unfortunately, because of this, they're not blocking this spawn. So number 2 is looking for fights here, but we're just going to spawn the other side. That means the last guy on hill, after we get these kills, has to tweak because he has to look at his wall run, but also they're coming this side. So number 2 is not recognizing that, and 1 is just kind of left out on the hill to dry. And they don't realize until they spawn on that side. Mason gets another middle. Unfortunately, we get time, but we get naded off time. And kind of just get insta-broken. Ranker also just peels shots off the heady. So a chance for us to retake, or basically tie the game back up. Doesn't end up happening. Shit. This is a really ratty spot that you'll see a lot of players play, chat. If you're ever trying to rank play or playing pubs and shit, this spot to hold like this middle alley right here is really, really a good spot. P5s, you could use it on P1s. Honestly, even P3s, if you guys are holding from the front and you have someone maybe spawning back out and you want to make sure you're holding the pinch for them before you jump up to the window, this is a great spot. So it's really, really controlled. We're asking if we can block. Brandon's already blocking from top server, so he calls that out. With this play, big timing wise, chat, you know, you like to make pinches. You also want to make pinches when they've already spawned up. So the biggest issue that a lot of players have, and this, I mean, sometimes even at the pro level, but even just regular, they want to take this pinch, but they do it at the wrong time. Ant waits until everyone's spawned up, so by the time that he's trying to pinch this, he's not going to fuck up the spawn, and let's say he did it too early, and number 2 would spawn out behind them because of this pinch. Because if you're pinching like this, Brandon is not hard blocking from he would have to be like basically here to like super hard block. So you got to make sure that you're pinching off of the right time. Bring up your scoreboard, make sure all of them spawn up. Boom, they all spawn up. Now you have the timing to do it because you're not going to fuck up the spawn. Here I'm fucking thinking on the mini map, oh, he could just cut here. No, you can't cut here anymore. There's no fucking pipe. So you have to go through P4. Would have been great timing if he could cut through pipes though. Kyler's already pushed out new. Good job. And we'll watch pinch off old. Brandon pitches off P1. We just got to make sure we're watching our pinch. That's what Ed's going to do here. Unfortunately, as that's happening, kills go down front side, so he wants to adjust to it. And just the timing wise, kind of the same thing with the P3. You're watching it. If kills go down, you kind of need to help out. Like even if you play for the kill here, you're still not really helping your team because you're already fucked on the other side. So you kind of need to, you're always going to have to adjust if kills go down like that. And that's kind of how you can get abused. If everyone times it right for the other team. Are pros using the CDL rule set or still setting up the lobby manually? Still setting up the lobby manually. For hardpoint, I use CDL rule set, but I have to switch respawn delay to 3 seconds rather than 2.5. On overload, we're using regular overload because otherwise, if you use CDL overload, you get that the perma UAV in what's it called? The perma UAV in overtime. Once again, good rotation. We're out P3 already, getting these kills. We're going to get this first wave. You'll see here, because we stabilize. Brandy gets 2. Mid-alley, Ant pinches him while he's trying to jump up. Stabilized gameplay, 160 to 136, 43 seconds left. This is a position where we need to take back the game. This was like the main hill that I think we fucked up on, and this is the main one we talked about after. But this is our avenue back into the game. If we can get a good hold, because they're going to be spawning here. We're going to have one more wave. If we can kill them on that wave, boom, we push out. We play on time like this. They spawn back here, and now we trap them for P4 like we did or like I was talking about in the first one. This stems everything because P4 obviously is a big money hill. So if you can really get good time on this and flip them back to the back, you can chain yourself up for P3, P4. This is your avenue back. And unfortunately here, we get broken. It's almost the exact same setup. Ann is here while it was previously Kyler, number 5. Kyler's here, which was previously Ant, number 6. Brandon's top time, and Mason's secret, or low server. It's literally the exact same setup.
Really took a step forward with that, really becoming one of their leaders. But he has this play style.
But we're not getting any information. 7 and 8 are jiggling out front, and they're like, what the fuck? We don't see anything. Kyler's like, okay, I don't see anything on the pinch yet. He's going to end up seeing 2. Unfortunately, with that timing, Ant wants to push this out because he's expecting no one to be middle because he thinks Brandon is watching it, which he is. So he's going to jump up here and maybe like try and flank long like this or something like that. He wants to take this action because he doesn't see anything yet here. He just assumes that someone would have been here by that timing. So the timing is off. Like maybe playing a little bit slower. Like look at number 4. He's like holding this. He's not just, aping long or anything. Number 2, holding this angle, like not aping it or working on the break yet. They're taking their time, and it kind of fucked up Ant's timing, and it kind of fucked up Brandon's timing, but also Brandon can't die at a hill there too. Mason doesn't see anything. He hears Kyler needs help because he sees 2 plat. Kyler gets back down. Mason unfortunately punches when he should probably get this kill gens, and everything kind of fucks up. Now, what should have been a position for us to get back in the game, we're in a very, very bad position. 24 seconds left on this hill. They can get up to, 184, 185, whatever, and possibly change it to the P4 with us spawning deep. This hill was everything. That was the main the main talking point for us after this exposure. Because look at this. This guy's already pushed out gens. He gets all their information. Okay, no one's coming left. No one's coming left. One sees anything. Their back door doesn't see anything. Metals is even pushed up to their mid alley. Doesn't see anything. So 2 is going to be like, okay, I can take out the route. If anything, honestly, 4 could even help him out too if he sees a nothing mid alley. But we're trying to take routes here. Low key, hindsight. I mean, we could take routes, but in the essence of it, we probably should just hit old, because if you don't hit old, they're just going to adjust to it, and it's going to be just as hard to actually break through and actually get through. And these guys off old will just stay alive, and you'll have to play for them once you get to here anyway. So, yeah. Look at number 4. He just adjusts to it. He's going to get the kill on Ant. Kyler was the only one who was going to try and hit old. 3 ends up just pinching this, and they get 3 trying to rotate. Probably in hindsight, can't really do that. People are just going to adjust to it too well, especially with the amount of control they already had with 4 people up. So yeah, that kind of fucked everything up. And now we have a bad rotation to it because we're just spawning deep. They can play it pretty controlled. And yeah, this is just a P4 break at this point. So that was kind of the main turning point for us at P3. Stemmed everything to the P4s, and they soaked the fuck out of these P4s. How do you break this hill? You kind of have to break it early and break it from the get the spawn. But if it's not early, you kind of have to break it from the front like this. So this is kind of what I was talking about. We break from the front, get kills, but unfortunately, because of our positioning, we're expecting them to still spawn in the back. But I'm assuming because of our positioning here and because of our line of sights, they just spawn out back solar here. Or we don't have really anyone deep for our side. You struggle with really spawns on that P4, to be honest. Yeah, a lot of it's just positioning. Like positioning on hill where you're at and positioning here or where you're at here. Were you tweaking in the 249, 250? I was kind of tweaking because I realized what the fuck happened, and I was like, oh my god. But first I thought we won, obviously. But once Brandon died, I was like, oh my god, we just kind of trolled that. Like, it's all hindsight, and it's all super nitpicky, but it's like, oh, you play more towards your time. And, Kyler pushed out front, which I don't even mind because it's like you're guaranteeing the win. But he's just assuming that someone was back there actually hard blocking. And Brandon, bro, if Brandon is 2 feet behind himself and is on our side of the hill, I think they don't even spawn there. But he's on technically the front side of the hill, so it doesn't block that corner. It's kind of stupid, but again, probably never going to happen at the end of a game like that. But it's good to know, I guess. And then, I mean, I'll talk about it when we get to it. Was it Brandon or Kyler that spawned the guy behind us? I mean, technically both. I mean, Kyler while pushing out the front and Brandon not being on our side time. So both of them. Because if Brandon's our side time and Kyler is there, I think we're fine. But it's so dude, it's so hindsight, super nitpicky stuff. Bro, everyone just thought we were gonna win. Brandon even cared for it too. If you watch back the VOD, Brandon even looks behind bottom stairs, but he doesn't have the timing for it, and the guy gets through as soon as he turns towards the lobby. Just, I mean, very unlucky. And then I feel like we kind of played the P3 break as if we just needed 1 point rather than playing it regularly. And that's fine with the streak. I actually fuck with the play call Brandon had, where he was like, I'll streak time and, Mason just hop it, or can we just hop this? Unfortunately, Trakes makes a really good play.